Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, come with me Deva Azahro. On this occasion, I will discuss about Firewall Nat SRC-NAT. We make two IP address is 30.30.30.1/24 with SRC address is 30.30.30.3. Destination address is x.x.x.x.x. We change to SRC address is 192.168.1.25 is IP internet. We need internet to configure IP DHCP client and connect to the internet. And here are the steps. Open Winbox and login. The first step we do is to check the interface that will be used with the command interface print. Here we can see I'm using Ether2 for client and WLAN 1 for internet access. Before configure, we configure the internet access before. Make a DHCP client request using the interface that leads to the internet, namely WLAN 1. Enter the command IP DHCP client at interface WLAN 1 and disable no. Enter. And check with the command IP DHCP client print. We type again. We can see here I get address is 192.168.1.16/24 with status is pawn. After that, we do the test by pinching Google, enter the command ping google.com. Here we can see that the result is reply, which means we are connected to the internet. Here we configure the IP address for the Ether2 interface by using the command IP address at address 30.30.30.1/24 interface Ether2. Enter. And don't forget to check with the command IP address print. We can see that we have successfully added the IP address with the interface Ether2 with the address 30.30.30.1/24. Next, setting the client IP by using the IP that is still the same network with the IP used by the router. Click Open Network and Internet Setting. We choose Change Adapter option and click Properties. Here I set the client IP, which is same to topology is 30.30.30.3. With the subnet mask list 24 is 250 under facility and .0. And don't forget to type default gateway is 30.30.30.1. And fill in the DNS using Google's open source DNS IP, which is egg.egg.egg.egg.egg. Click OK. And we check the details. Here we can see that the IP has been changed. We can see that the IP4 address, IP4 subnet mask, IP4 default gateway, and IP4 DNS servers has been changed, which is 30.30.30.3 with subnet mask /24 with the IP gateway 30.30.30.1 and then a server is open source is egg.egg.egg.egg. Close. We make sure the client is connected to the router by pinching the IP gateway using SIMD. With the command ping 30.30.30.1. Enter. And you can see the result is reply, which means the client is connected to the router. Here we do disconnect to the Wi-Fi laptop. If the Wi-Fi has been turned off, we do a ping test open source and google.com using SIMD. With the command ping google.com. And wait. We can see that the Google ping result could not find host google.com. Please check the name and try again. Which is we are not internet. And ping to open source with the command ping egg.egg.egg.egg. Enter. We can see that result of the request timeout because we have not configured the net firewall, so we do not get the internet. After that, configure the Firewall Nat rule using the SRC-NAT action on the router, which aims to translate the private IP used by the client into a public IP with the command IP Firewall Nat chain SRC-NAT. Next SRC address is 30.30.30.3 without interface into the internet, namely VLAN 1. With action RRC address. With to address for the to address section is filled with the IP request by the router from the internet access. Is IP DHCP client is 192.168.1.16 and click enter and check with the command IP firewall nat print. Here we can see that the Firewall Nat rule has been successfully. Next, we do disable enable internet network MikroTik. And check if the status, we can see in the status section that the IPv4 connectivity is the internet, which means that our laptop is connected to the internet network. Close. Do a google.com pin test on CMD. We can see the result of the reply, which means the client laptop has been successfully connected to the internet. Next, we change the IP router. I change to the IP address is 30.30.30.30.30. Click OK. We check with the details. We can see that the IP4 address has been changed is 30.30.30.30.30. We can see that the status is no network access. Then do the ping domain Google's test again and wait. And the results will be recast them out because only one private IP is converted into a public IP that is achieved by the router that we enter the SRC address section. Thank you so much and hope useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.